Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. So this is my first video. Today we are going to learn how to automate Windows application using APM and WinApp Drive. So first I want to tell you that maybe we all don't know that we can use APM to automate Windows application also. Mostly APM is popular for automate mobile applications for Android and iOS, but we can automate Windows application also using APM. And also they are providing latest updates on this one. So if you can go to APM documentation, you can see there is some requirements is there, and also they are supporting this one. So we need a Windows 10 minimum requirements, a Windows 10 we need, so that we can run this automation, and also we have to enter in administrator mode. Okay, and also there is setup guide is available in APM document. I'll share this link with you in the description also. Okay, and also there is one thing I want to mention here, that there is attribute just like we are using in other places. Just like that we can use the attribute match attribute, what we can say that just like that here they are providing one identifying attribute, that is accessibility ID. Same thing is available in the app. If when we are inspecting the application, it will come as named as a automation ID. Same thing, class name we will use as a class name we will use as a name. Okay, so next part I want to highlight here, that how to set up Eclipse for this one. So here I am using Eclipse as a IDE. Other guys, they can use any other ID also here, that is welcome. Here we can use IntelliJ, but I am using Eclipse here. So, and also I am using TestNG here along with that one. So first you have to go to file, and also I am using Maven as a build tool here. So it will make our job easy to download all the jars. We don't have to worry about all the dependent jar for Java, APM, Java client and TestNG and all. Okay, so Maven will take care of that one. So that's why I'm using Maven as a build tool. So you can directly create a Maven project. Just you can tick this box that so it will skip the archetype. You don't have to select the archetype. If you click on next, you have to just provide the group ID and artifact ID. That's it. There is no need to do anything. And if you click after that, if you click on finish, it will create your Maven project. Okay, after that I have added some dependency here. One dependency is TestNG dependency. Also I want to mention you guys that just go to help and click on Eclipse Marketplace, install the TestNG. Sometimes Eclipse, when we are using Eclipse, TestNG is not coming with that one. Okay, if you search here for TestNG, you will get here. I am not getting because it is already installed for my Eclipse. Okay, after that I am adding some dependency. I will provide the dependency details in the description. You can use those dependencies, use these dependencies. Okay, so this is TestNG dependency. After that is a Selenium dependency I have added, and this one is APM Java client. The latest Java client jar I am using 7.5.1 is the latest stable version released. So other than that, other dependencies you can find in my POM file. Those are not required, those are optional dependency. Okay, you can use only, we will use only these three dependencies for our automation. Okay, this is a very simple way we can create a simple framework or simple project to start our automation. Okay, next, how to run WinApp driver. Okay, so here we are not going to hit the APM driver, APM server. We are going to hit the WinApp driver, because APM is supporting the, APM is built for automate the Android and iOS application, means the mobile applications. Here we need the WinApp driver. It will connect to the Windows applications. Okay, so here is the link. I will provide the link to you guys in the video's description. You can download the WinApp driver from here. I'm just opening this one. Okay, this is already opened in my system. Okay, this is a stable version. It is released. If you click on this one, if you will get this one. One thing I want to tell you, that try to download the x86 version So because the Java client APM, that jar that is looking for this one only. So I have tried with the installing the x64, it is not supporting that one, so that's why I am suggesting you guys to install this one. Okay, and after that you have to install the Windows 10 SDK. This is the optional one, but we need this one because why it is required? Why it is required in the Windows? If we install the Windows 10 SDK, inside that there is a inspect element, there is a tool is providing from by the Microsoft, so that we can inspect any Windows application using that tool, and we can identify our elements which will be useful for our automation. Okay, so from this link you can download that one. Okay, so now I am going to run the WinApp driver. Okay, so after installing that one, from that folder you can just open the CMD, you can run. There is a command is there, you can find in this link also. I'll provide this link. Just the Windows WinApp driver exe with the port name, whatever the port you are using, same thing you can run this one. Okay, I'll mention the command in the video's description. Don't worry about that one. Okay, so in my case it is already running. Okay, and it's listening to the port. I can show you. Sorry. It's listening to the port 4724, and the host ID is 127.0.0.1 4724. I am running this one. Okay, it's just like a APM server. There is no UI is present. Just like APM server, there is a console from where we are getting all of these things, same thing. Okay, now we are going to check how to inspect an element, and in parallel we will try to check that how to write the script. Okay, there is two script I am already written. That is one for how to automate a basic application which is providing by the Microsoft. Another one is a bit complex application. Okay, so first we will start with the calculator one. That is a basic application is providing by the Microsoft. Okay, let me open the calculator. Okay, this is our calculator. Okay, after downloading Windows SDK, if you go inside, you have to install that one. After that you will find there is a file, it will installed. There is a folder you will find under the program files x86 under this one, Windows Kits. You have to go inside that one. After that number 10, after that go inside the bin. After that go inside this one, this. Okay, don't worry, I will provide the path. If you go inside the 64, because my system is 64-bit, I am using that one, that's why just run this file inspect. Okay, so this is just like a UI Automator viewer, it's providing by the Android, same thing. Okay, if I open the, you can see there all the available software, that is application is opened in my system. They are showing all of these things. You can see there is a under desktop, everything is get opened. Okay, all the folder, everything, whatever it's opened, everything they are showing. Okay, calculator, Eclipse, everything. Okay, you can see that one. Okay, and another thing, that there is a option show highlight rectangle, that is by default it's turned off. You have to turn on this one. To check that what is selected right now. Okay, so now I am going to, if I first I am checking that in my automation script, I will show later. I am just taking the value from this result pane. What is the name? So as I show in the written in the APM document, so we will use like that. Okay, just like that it is here. So in the name it is showing as a display is 0. Okay, and the automation ID. Okay, we will use the automation ID to fetch the result here. What is the result print? Because this name, it is now it's showing as a 0. If I give this one something here 528, if I again try to fetch this one, now it is showing 520. It means that display is, that is a constant text, okay, and this number is a dynamic value. Whatever is there showing in that display result in the result pane, it is showing here. So that's why we need something that is a constant one. So that's why we are going to use the automation ID, so calculator result, to get the result from this text, okay. Other than that, what we will require for the automation for calculator one, I will what I will do here, I will do a basic mathematical calculation just like addition, multiplication, division, combination, subtraction, just like that. So we have to click on these buttons, means that 1, 4, 3. So if I click on 4, you can see we can use the name. This is 4 because these are constant, this will not change, so we can use the name for our automation. This is 3, okay, so we can see that. We click on 3, it will show 3. If we click on plus, it will show plus. If we click on equals button, it will show the equals, okay. This one I found, this inspect one is very good for UI access, okay, and this is providing by the Microsoft, so this is very good. So I am closing this one. Let's go to the script, okay. So what I am doing in the script, so I am creating a Windows driver what is provided by the Appium Java client, okay. So I am using here TestNG to run this one. So in before class, what I am setting up, so I am just setting up the desired capabilities. In desired capabilities, I have to mention which app I have to open and which app I am going to automate. Same thing like that in Android or iOS, we have to mention the app name, okay. And after that, I have to just create the Windows driver with the capabilities. And there is the thing, I have already shown that I am running my Windows app driver in this host and with this port. So that's why I am hitting this one here, okay. And other than that, these are the Selenium things, basic Selenium things. And in before class, what I am doing that, as I mentioned, that I am using the accessibility ID. You can find this method, okay. Though I am using the Windows driver here, that's why we will find this method find element by accessibility ID, and I am passing the automation ID here, so that I will get that particular element, okay. And what I am checking that in the assert that it is not null, okay. I am validating the null. Now there is a question, how I am getting this name. What is the name? What is the app ID? Actually, in the capability with the name, capability name is app, and we have to pass the app ID. How I will get the app ID? Okay, so there is an option. Okay, so let's open the PowerShell. You can open the PowerShell, okay, from your computer, and you can type this command, okay, get-start apps. It will give you the list of app ID what the app is installed in your computer, okay, the app ID. From here you can get all the app ID what is installed in your computer, okay. And also you can write the app ID in a file also with this command. So I'll provide these commands in the video description, don't worry about this one, okay. The output will come like this, okay. Calculator, this is the app ID. I'm using the same app ID here to launch the app, okay. So now, so I have already explained about the locators, how I identified using the inspect application. So now I am just telling you guys about the methods, okay. So here I am using, so I have already mentioned that I am using TestNG here. So I am using 5 TestNG test classes for my automation. So one class I have mentioned here as addition, combination, division, the basic mathematical calculation I am doing, division, multiplication and subtraction. So you can check that one, it's a very easy thing. So I'm clicking on 1 plus 7 equals, so based on that there is a result will come in the result pane. So the result will come 1 plus 7 I am doing, so the result will come as a 8, and same thing I am validating, okay. So whatever the result is printing in the result pane, so using this method I am getting that result, okay, from the result pane. and I'm asserting and I'm validating the same text with the text I'm giving as an input. Okay, so if I go inside this method, what I am doing this one, so there is a just I'm doing whatever what I am doing here. So calculator result, I am, if I click on go to the declaration, what I am doing here, so I'm just taking, this is an web element. So as I mentioned earlier, with the automation ID, so and the method is accessibility ID, so same thing I am getting here. This is the element, and if I go to the method, I'm just doing the same thing whatever we are doing in the case of Appium and Selenium, the dot get text method. Okay, and what we are doing actually, if we click on the get text method, I can show you again. Just let me run the inspect one. Okay, so now this is the way. Okay, so it will come as a display is one, the number will come. So that's why what I am doing, that display is text is a fixed one. Okay, if I close this one, yeah, so that's why I am replacing the display with blank one, and also I am using the trim method, so it will cut the spaces if there is any spaces there. Okay, so based on the, with this one I will get only the numbers. Okay, so I mentioned here also. Okay, so let me run this one. Okay. So it has opened the calculator app and start automating. So all got passed, so you can check that one. Now this is what this was the way, a simple app, how to automate a simple app in Windows app for Windows. Okay, now this one I have done is a bit complex app. This is a weather app, that is I have installed this one from the Bing. Okay, I think this is a default one, it is coming with the Windows 10. So here is some another capabilities you can write. These are not, these are optional actually, that's why I have shown in the other class. These are not required, those are not required. Okay, so what I am doing here, I am just taking as a XPath. Okay, XPath is also working here, so that is the good news. Okay, and also what I am doing, that there is a list of items is available, so I am taking the list of items based on the name, and that is day. I'll show you how I have identified the elements, and based on that I am printing the details. So how I am printing the details, I am using the accessibility ID during the printing. Okay, and also I'm using the print this attribute, also using the name. Not only I'm not actually not printing this one, I using this accessibility ID, I am getting the elements, and based on that I am printing the details. Okay, so let me turn on the inspect one. So this is our weather app. Okay, if I go to this one, so what I am doing, that I will click on each and every day that is showing in the panel day, and I will print the sunrise time and the sunset time. Okay, so how I am getting, so first if I click on this one, you can see here there is a list is available. Actually you can see the whole panel is showing actually in the yellow marked rectangle. Okay, this is actually list, so all these are actually list items. Okay, how we can check that one, if you can localize control type, it is showing that these are the list items. Okay, and how I am taking all these list items, so you can check that I am taking the find elements. How I am taking, so I am taking day, so what I am checking, that in the name if day is available. Okay, so I am taking all those things in a container, in a list. Okay, based on that I am taking all these items. Okay, and based on that, if I am clicking on that one, if I click on that one, in the below there is a sunrise and sunset time is showing. Okay, you can check. If I click on that one, I'm just minimizing these things so that you can understand. Okay, so there is a time is showing. Just refresh this one. see there is a text. If I click on this one, you can see this one is showing here, and using the, I have shown already you guys that using the automation ID I am taking this element because I have to print the sunrise time. I can't take the name, that's why. Okay, because this time, these values are not constant, these are dynamic values. That's why I need the automation ID or automation ID to get the element details, and based on that whatever the details is available and details are available in the name, so based on that I will print all of those things. Okay, so that's why I am taking this automation ID. Same, this is for sunrise. If I can go for, this is the sunset, you will get the automation. If you use the automation ID, you will get the time for the sunset. And again, if I click on this one, you can see there is a thing. This is not only showing the Friday 17th, actually this is showing Friday 17th, what is the high temperature, low temperature, and partly sunny, what is the current weather details. Okay, so I will print this one also. What is the current date, what is the sunrise time, what is the sunset time. Okay, so I'm closing this one. I go back to the code. This is the code, so I am taking all of these things. Okay, find the elements I am doing, so it will return all the collection of elements. So I am just iterating through that one using the for each loop. Okay, and what I am doing, that I am iterating over all of the element. I'll click on that element. Based on the clicking, I'll get, I have shown already that in the below I'll get the sunrise and sunset, so I'll get the elements, and also I am printing the name of that particular element that I am clicking on that one, so it will print the date with the details that I have seen in the name, and after that sunrise and sunset I will print what is the time for that one. Okay, so let's go for run this class. So application has opened. So it started automation. You can see the cursor is moving. Okay, so there it is, the WinApp driver, they are actually moving the cursor. Okay, so you can't do the, if when you are running the automation you will not able to do this thing. Okay, you will not able to do other things actually. So it is passed now, so you can see that whatever the thing, it was showing in the weather report, it will give you the list, the date that I have shown already to you, what is the name, what is the time for that one. Okay, this is the result and all are passed. Okay, there is no failure. So guys, this is how I automate two different applications. One is simple one, that is calculator, and another one is bit complex, that is weather app. So you guys can give a try by your own. I'll share the code with you guys through the GitHub. I'll share all the links in the video's description, and please do subscribe my channel to get update on other videos also. Thank you.